Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday to you all. Hope you enjoyed the weekend. We had such fierce storms here in Worcester, that I thought I was going to wake up somewhere in Johannesburg. But my farm is all safe. We're all fine. Not much rain, but wow, that wind. I really hope everybody's okay, that everything's intact, and I really feel a deep sense of gratitude that I have this beautiful house to live in extreme conditions, that keeps me safe and warm and protected. Um, uh, yeah, that's all I can say on that. Is I'm very grateful that I'm so blessed. So going on to our Monday morning, I have the dreaded chair behind me. So go ahead and collect a chair, bring it to your mat. We're going to be doing quite a bit of work around toe raises heel raises and stabilizing with the lower limbs. And then we'll move on to the upper body and the core. So let us begin. I'm going to just move my camera a little bit up. All right. Sorry, I got a morning frog in my throat. So I'm going to just put my chair on one side, but you can go ahead and stand behind it, because we're going to go onto the heels. And I'm just going to do like this so you can see my feet. Can you see my feet? Yes, you can see my feet. Okay, so before we start, let's just take some nice deep breaths and get your feet hip width apart, parallel. Lengthen up the body, top of the head, reaching for the ceiling, chin slightly tucked in, deep breath in, arms overhead, hold your breath, and exhale. Okay, and I'm going to use this, just moving this away. We're going to use this, we're going to do 6 stretches, and we're going to do box breathing. So we're going to incorporate a nice little breath exercise into our stretch. So we're going to breathe in for 4, arms overhead, hold your breath for 4, arms lowering down for 4, and then holding for 4. So it's 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold, 4 in. Now, with my chest, that 4 out and the hold I have not been able to do. So I'm going to try it, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so nice, slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out and hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Last one. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. And release. Okay, so apart from getting the lungs to constrict and inflate, I don't know if you can feel, if you've done that, how it just calms you down. It brings you back into focus, brings your level-headedness back. I feel extremely calm after I do that. So it's a really nice thing if someone cuts you off in the traffic, or something happens that gets you riled up, or a shock that gets you breathless. is just to do 5 or 6 rounds of this. Do as many as you feel like doing, and you'll find yourself calming down, getting centered, getting focused, and being back in control of your reactions. So that's a nice little bit of toolbox stuff for you today. All right, I'm going to bring my chair back in. Bring it to the side of me. I've got my feet hip width parallel. Remember just to turn your feet slightly in. And we're going to do 8 toe raises on both legs, and then we're going to go off onto one leg. We're going to do 8 toe raises and 8 toe raises on either leg. Okay. Try and keep your body centered and try and heel raise up to the ceiling and without leaning forward or back. And keep that turn out on the ankles and heels, and without letting the knees turn out. So keep those knees facing forward, scoop in the tummy muscles, relax those shoulders, keep them open, and drop that chin down slightly so you're not shortening the neck at the back. All right, and heels down. Number 2, curling up off the heels, relax those shoulders, and down. 3, and down. 4. Make sure you're pressing on that big toe at the same time. 6, 7, nice, and 8, and shake it out. All right, so when we go with one leg, it's nice to have something to balance on. I just I'm hooking my right foot behind my left ankle just so it's out of the way. You can do it, put it wherever you want, but if you tend to put it out, then you've dropped the weight as hard as you want to keep it as close to the other leg as possible to keep your weight centered. Okay, so again, make sure that you come up. When you come up, and it's obviously a little tricky the first one, that you don't turn your knee out or your foot out. So you're going straight up to the ceiling and down. It takes a bit of balance. All right, let's go. Look at me. Ready? And 1 and down. Balance. 2. It might help to have the chair in front of you. 3 and down. 4. Woo, that Achilles. 5 and 6 and release. Good. Now, we're going to do 8 of those. Hey, let's go ahead and do 8. Sorry, 7 and 8. Nice. I'm going to swing the chair over to the other side. Keep that chair in front of you. It helps to have the balance in front. But don't hang on to the chair to make it easier to lift. Okay, that's just cheating. What did I say? Okay, let's go on to this leg and then I'll talk after it. 1 and down. 2, 3, 4. Go up as high as you can. 5 and 6 and 2 more. 7 and 8 and shake it out. Okay, we're going to go back to the center. Back. So in sports training, your base for fitness or health is 21 heel raises per leg in one go. So I know my motion fitness guys have told you that before. We do it quite regularly, but it is good practice to keep those rebound muscles, those springing muscles in good shape. All right, let's go back to double heel lift. Ready? Up we go. Get your alignment right. Open those shoulders. Bring that chin down. 1 and down. 2, 3. All the way up as high as you can go. 4, 5. Keep the tummy muscles in. 6, 7, and 8. Good. Oh dear. Going back to the single legs. Alright, so I've got my right leg tucked in and I'm going up on the left leg. Ready? And 1 and down. 2, 3, woo, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Now my leg's warming up a bit, so it's getting a little bit easier than the first round. Okay, going back onto that right leg, tuck that left leg in, and up we go. 1 and down. 2. I always think of the excuse me. I always think of the muscles as like press stick. When you take press stick out of its package, it's hard and stiff. And the more you work it, the more pliable and flexible it becomes. Now the muscles are just the same. As you work them more and more, they get more flexible, they get more stringy and stretchy and malleable. So we are now going on to the last round of double leg, double heel stretches. Are you ready? Up into the toes, heels up. Get yourself centered, drop that chin down. Ready, and 1 and down. Remember to pull those heels out as you go down because they tend to come into the midline. 3, and place them carefully. 4, press them out. 5, and down. 6, and make sure you can't see your heels when you go up. And 8, good. Okay, are you warm yet? You'll be so relieved to do leg lifts after this. Alright, so we're on the left leg. We do the last set of 8. Ready, and lifting. 1 and down. 2 and down. 3. Nice that I've broken up to 3 sets of 8. Hey? 5 and down. 6. Don't use the chair to lift yourself up. 7 and 8. Good job. That's 24. Very impressive. Okay, last time on the right leg. Let those, tuck that left leg in, lengthen up the body, get the tummy muscles in, shoulders open, chin down, and here we go. 1 and down. 2, can you feel those calf muscles really tightening up? 4, 5, I'm trying not to lean on the chair. 6, up, go as high as you can. 7 and 8, well done, and shake it out. Alright, so we're going to stretch out those calves. So lean on your chair, take your left leg back, and just push down on that heel. Get that heel to stretch that back leg. Remember the knee not over the foot because of the knee alignment. So just press down on that Achilles and that gastrocnemius, in case you wanted those names. Good, and then change sides. So I've got my right leg out, left knee's bent, and I'm pressing my right heel away, getting a nice stretch on that leg. Good. And up. Alright, before we go on to the leg lifts, we're going to just do some side stretches. So I'm going to take my legs a little bit wider and hip width apart. I'm going to move away from my chair, so I'm just touching it. Toes facing forward. I'm going to lean slightly on the chair and I'm going to reach over to the right side, keeping a nice strong arm on the right arm, and come up. Make sure you're not tilted towards a chair. Make sure you're facing straight forward and you're going over that hip, over that shoulder towards the chair. Okay, ready, and reach. 1 and shoulders down, and 2, don't let the hips move about, it's just the upper body going. 3, a nice stretch on that waist. 4, 5, long shoulders down, pulling away from the ears. 6, 7, I'm going a little bit further and a nice stretch in there. Last one, 8, and I can feel it pulling all the way from the hip flexor. Good. Onto the other side. Okay. Hand on the chair, feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Lengthen up the body. Remember to keep those knees flexed. And bring that chin down, arm out, ready. And over we go. Stretch. 1 and up. 2. Oh, it's a good stretch. 3, 4, you see I was holding my breath there. Try and breathe out as you go overhead. 5, breathing out, breathing in. 6, 7, make sure you're not tilting towards the chair, that you're going over one shoulder, and 8, nice and deep, and release. Good. All right. I'm going to put my chair in front of me now. I'm going to move away. I'm going to bend at the knees and round the spine. Okay? And I'm going to push my hips back and drop my head down. And I'm going to straighten up and straighten up the spine. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm curling the spine, going into my aeroplane mode, and then pushing my hips back and straightening up the spine. I'm not coming up. Okay? Bend your knees, round the back, push the legs straight and come up. Bend the knees, round the spine, push the knees back and lengthen up the spine. Okay, just feel it out. It's not a major move. What I want to do is bending at the knees, rounding the spine, getting a nice stretch in that lower back. It's mostly about the lower back and the glutes, not so much about the upper body right now. Okay, and the chair is just there for support. So we bend the knees, round the spine, push the hips back, straighten, arch the spine. Okay, bend, round, push back, arch. I'm going to move back a little bit more. Okay, let's just do 6 of those. So bend at the knees, arch, round the spine, push the knees back and strengthen. Bend, curl, knees back and strengthen the spine. Bend, round, under, push the knees back and strengthen. Bend the knees, tuck under, push the hips back and straighten. And last one, bend at the knees, round the spine, push the hips back and straighten the spine and curl up. Whew. Yo, that felt intense on the lower back. So we're just going to go onto a roll down now, just to relax the spine. So feet hip width apart and parallel. Remember to slightly turn out the thumbs, keep the shoulders open as you roll forward. Chin to chest, roll the ribs down under into the tummy and curl down, and then just flop over the hips. Pull yourself forward and hang. And then curl up. So use the spine, scoop in the tummy muscles and pull the ribs in and under, all the way up, lengthening the spine, opening the shoulders. Excuse me, and straightening up. Nice. Moving on. Okay, so now we're going to stand in the chair on our left hand side. If you're mirror imaging me, then it's your right, obviously. And we're going to take this right leg out. Well, when I lift it up, I'm not going to fall over the chair, and I'm not going to turn the knee out, tilting my body that way and using the flexor. I really want you to try and stay upright as possible. Get onto that big toe, and then when you lift, fight this hip. So don't let it conk in. Okay? You're going to lift that leg up and fight to keep this stable. Okay? So don't lift it very high. If you lift it very high, you're going to have to adjust the whole body to accommodate it. It's literally, I like to keep a hand on this issue. So I keep a hand on my hip, and even on both hips. So when you lift that leg up, you're feeling that the hips are stable and you're really working the flexor. Okay, watch out for the shoulders rounding, the chin lifting, and the glute getting into the business of this whole story. Okay, none of that. Okay, I'm going to do 8 each side and then move on to a different muscle. So, ready and lifting. 1 and down. 2, keep that hip forward, knee forward. 3, 4, lengthen up the body, get tall, shoulders down. 5, 6, keep adjusting the body as it wants to give way. 7 and 8. Nice. And I'm shifting over onto, I'm not using the chair, but you can use the chair if you need to. I'm shifting onto my right leg, got my hips supported, leg facing forward, body strengthened, lengthened, shoulders back, long back of the neck. Ready and lifting. 1 and down. 2. Watch that knee doesn't turn out and watch you don't fall into that hip. 3 and down. 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Good. Rock onto both legs and shake it out. Alright, going on to the left leg again. We're doing 3 sets of 8 and we're moving on, because we really want to feel that work happening, and it doesn't happen after 8, I'm sorry to say. Lengthen and strengthen, shoulders down and back, long back of the neck, onto the toe on the right, and lifting. 1 and down. Lengthen. 2, 3, 4. Keep the tummy muscles scooped in, ribs down. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shake it out. You want to watch as well that that shoulder doesn't tilt back towards that leg. Okay, that's bound to happen. The chin will lift and the shoulder will tilt. Okay, the body knows how to trick itself out of hard work. We're not going to let it. Alright, onto that right leg. Make sure that the right foot is not facing out either, because that's what the glutes want to engage. So we're not going to do that. Make sure the toe is facing forward. Get onto that left toe, shoulders down and back, hand on the hip, wherever you want to put it. And we're going to lift that leg up. Make sure the shoulders are down, chin tucked in. 1, 2, 3. Lengthen up. 4. Don't swing it. Lift it. 5. Shoulders. 6, 7, and 8. You should feel a nice kind of warm, radiating, I was going to say pain, but a radiating feeling of work here. Okay. Onto that left leg. Last set. Support, stabilize, get your shoulders back, lengthen up to the top of the head, up to the ceiling, onto your big toe on the right side. Watch your shoulders are square, chin down, and we're lifting. 1. Now the body's getting tired of this position, so it's going to want to swift turn around. 4. See how my body's starting to tilt? No. 5. I'm not going to let it. 6, 7. Shoulders down. 8. And shake it out. Ooh. Last set. Okay. Keep checking in with yourself. Okay. Put your hands on the places that are going to be the most likely to give way, so that you can feel the minute your body's trying to get out of it, that you can correct it. But make sure those shoulders stay stable. Ready? Last set on the left. And 1. Pull the leg away from the other leg, off the ground. 2, 3, 4. Don't let that knee turn out. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, goodness. That feels good. All right. I'm sorry for the coughing. Goodness. All right, I'm going to put my left hand on the chair. I'm going to flick my right foot up behind me. And I'm going to just let my dog in. Come. Come. On the bed. Come. On the bed. Come. 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 Oh, dogs. Where were we? Mommy's girl. I'm going to change sides. Get my left leg up. And you're just stretching out these muscles that we worked so hard on. Good. And release. All right, before we go down into the mat, bring that right foot over in front of the left foot. And roll forward. Gently stretching the hip flexors. Let your head hang, arms hang. Nice deep breaths. And up we go. And onto the other leg. Left leg in front, right leg behind. And slowly lower yourself down and hang. Good. And up. Before we go down, I want to show you a nice exercise if you have a tight hip. Now, a lot of lower back pain is caused obviously by an imbalance in the hip flexors and the knees or the feet. So you might have one. I'm not going to go into all of that right now. I want to do mostly the hips. So if you go ahead and feel for your hip bones, and you feel it for the top of the hip bone, you might find that if you can feel it, that one might be slightly lower than the other, or one's pulled back more than the other. If you can feel that, there are other ways to test it, but for now, this is a good way to balance them up again. So you're going to put, keeping your chair, you're going to put your left foot up on the chair, and you're going to be standing next to it, and you're going to roll forward, keeping that shoulder tucked into that left leg, and hang. And make sure your right leg's facing forward, and hang down as much as you can. and just hold it there for a few seconds. Don't fall over. Okay, and that's really pulling the one hip back. And I'm going to go ahead and do it on the other side. And rolling forwards, I've got my right foot on the chair, left foot on the ground. Keep that right leg tucked into the shoulder. And up. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to take the chair away. I'm going to bring this camera down a bit. And I'm going down onto the mat. Good job. Alright, so just to finish up that hip release, we're going to lie on our backs, and I'm going to drop my knees over to the right, head turn to the left. So just go ahead and arms wide open, knees over to the right, head to the left. And over to the other side. Turn your head to the right and turn your knees to the left. Good. Back to center. Hands under the knees. And I'm going to roll up so I can change position. Before that, we do that, we're going to just do a cross stretch. Just to get those shoulder muscles and the hip flexors loose. So bring that right foot in, tuck it in. You know the drill. Right hand over the left foot. Drop the head down and stretch towards that left foot. Good. And then change sides. Right foot extended, left arm over the right foot. Drop the chin down and stretch forward. Nice stretch. All right, I'm going to go onto my side here, onto my mat. Okay, we started doing, I think last session we were doing some half roll downs right near the end of the session. So I'd like to go back to that. Get your feet, your knees bent, okay, and hip width apart. Your arms are going to be outstretched, okay. If you roll back with a straight back, it's going to be a lot of pressure on your lower back. So what I want you to do is keep those shoulders nice and erect, and then tuck under. Can you see my lower back pressing out there? Okay, so you're going to really like press from where the belly button is, and the hips. Your hips are going to pull back into that position. Okay. And there is a bit of movement on the upper body, but my shoulders are not lifting and my head's not, I'm not going into tortoise mode. Okay, you want to keep that nice long neck. Okay, we're going to do 20 of these. And the reason is we want that nice movement and tummy muscle work. It's a great exercise for tummy. Okay, you can use your heels to kind of really get that feeling of pushing back. Okay, keep the shoulders nice and down. Arms shoulder width apart, lengthen up that spine, and the head mustn't lift, keep the chin tucked in. Okay, if you need to put something between your knees, men, with legs full open, go ahead and put the double cushion behind there, so between your knees, so you can give them a bit of a squeeze to keep them in alignment. Okay, ready, and 1, and up, 2, use the tummy muscles, 3, scoop in that belly and pull it back, 4, keep those shoulders open and pulling down, 6, and up, 7, breathe out as you, 8, watch the neck and shoulders, 9, 10, 11, up, lengthen up, 12, 13, 14, keep those shoulders, 15, and up, 16. Don't let them curl. 17, chin down. 18, 19, ooh, 20, hands under the knees and roll down into your back. Bring those knees to the chest and relax there for a sec. And curl up. Nicely done. Okay. I'm really sorry for the coughing. Goodness. We're going to go on to the hands and knees because I really want to get a good stretch out of that lower back after that exercise. So we're going to go into your shell stretch, pushing the hips back over the feet, tuck that chin in, and then bring the arms behind you next to the body. And let the head hang. I've got my palms down, my palms up and the back of my hands on the ground. And let your head really hang from the neck there. Good. And up. Alright, we're going on to the stomach. And I really don't know if I'm going to be coughing my way through this exercise or not, but we'll try it. So, on the tummy, and we are going to do the leg and arm lifts. I'm going to turn myself a bit of an angle here. Hands under the head, forehead on the hands. When we lift up, we're going to lift the upper body and the lower body, the lower limbs. Okay, make sure, just watch when I lift up, I'm not lifting like this. Okay, oh, that's so bad. I'm lifting from the back of my neck. Okay, lifting from the back of my neck, legs are squeezing together, and then as I'm elevated, I'm going to squeeze in my stomach as hard as I can, belly to spine, and I'm going to release the tummy. I'm going to pull the belly in and then release it. Pull the belly in and release it. Okay, we're going to do 8 and then relax and go into a shell stretch, and then we're going to do 3 sets of 8. Now, most importantly is that I'm not going to hyperextend. So I'm going to keep my head just slightly elevated off the ground. I'm not going to lift it too far up. But you're going to keep that long back of the neck, chin tucked in, hands off the ground, shoulders pulling down. Okay, legs squeezing together and knees turned in, not turned out, with the heels together and the toes apart. Anything else? No, I think that's it. You're going to go through that checklist once more. Okay, so I'm going to keep my head down, and hopefully you can hear. We're going to do 8 and then go into a shell stretch. Okay. If you want to watch me do a few and then join in, you can pause, etc. So, most important, shoulders down, long back of the neck, legs squeezing together. Okay. Ready. Elevate, breathing in, and pull the belly, relax. 2, relax. 3, scoop in that belly muscles, relax. 4, release. 5, 6, belly in, release. 7, pull that belly in, release. And 8, and release. Oh, that feels good. And shell stretch. Okay. I don't know why we've never done this before. This is a fabulous I'm so pleased with this exercise. Mostly because whenever we do work on our tummies, I always say keep those tummy muscles in. But when you're doing a lot of effort with your arms or legs, you forget about your tummy. So this is really bringing your concentration and your awareness of what it feels like to contract those tummy muscles in without having to worry about the rest of the body. Just slightly elevated head and shoulders and legs. So concentrate on pulling that belly in and then letting the tummy muscles relax completely. In and relax. Okay, second set. Head on the hands, legs squeezing together, knees facing the ground. Slight elevation, shoulders and belly in. Release it. Belly in. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I like relaxing it. 5. This is not a spectator sport. 6, 7, oof, and 8. Release and quietly go down into your shell stretch. Okay, now you might feel some tension here on your spine, okay, or even a bit lower down. That is indicative where that discomfort comes in your spine. It's telling you that that part of your spine is the area that you use when you're not using your core. So that's gonna show you a kind of a problem area of your spine. It highlights it for you. So this exercise is really great because it's relaxing those muscles in your spine that are tight. Okay, it's causing them to pull and release. All right, so should we do one more set? Yes. Okay. All right, I'm ready. You ready? Last set. Head on hands. Elevate head and shoulders. Keep the head pulling away. Long back of the neck. And belly in and release. Belly in. 2. Squeeze those legs together. 3. 4. 5. Let's hold the last 3. 6. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. 7. Belly in. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Whew. And last one. Belly in and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! Release and shell stretch. Great stuff. Then on the back. Let's do rolling like a ball, and let's just do 5 of those. Why 5? You know, it's a random number. And remember, with the shell stretch, you can do it from whatever level you're at, whether it's elevated or you're just going to push off and curl down. And you can do a few, just getting the feel of it. Main thing is you want your back to roll like a ball, not like a dice. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 5 of those. Shoulders down and back. 1, balance. 2, balance. 3, 4, 5, and up. Stretch those legs. We're going to do a roll down, toes pointed, curl, and down we go. Nice. Okay, let's stretch those legs out. Right, left leg up to the ceiling. Hold on with the arms. Breathe in and lift the head and shoulders, stretching towards the knee. Lengthen that left leg away. The right leg away, stretching. Tuck that chin in. Get that leg a little closer and release. All right. Let's get that right leg up. Slide the hands up towards the knee. Lift the head and shoulders. Lengthen that left leg away. Keep the shoulders open. Not constricting your throat. Get that leg a little closer. And release. Nicely done. Okay. Let's get those legs bent. Feet together, knees open. And arms up. And we're going to just rock the hips side to side. Good. All right, going into a shoulder bridge. So get the feet a bit closer, flatten the spine, curl the hips up, long back of the neck, and curl down. As you curl down, drop your hands towards your knees, breathe in, exhale, stretch towards the knees. And arms up to the ceiling, head down, curling the spine up for a shoulder bridge. Press it up, don't let the knees open, keep them parallel. Tummy scooped in, long back of the neck. See how my neck shortened there. Alright, breathe in, exhale, curl that spine down, follow head and shoulders reaching towards the knees. And arms back to the ceiling, long back of the neck, tucking the spine under and curling the hips up. Stretch that neck, chin tucked in, and rolling down, flatten the hips to the ground, and drop the arms, curling up, chin tucked in. Down, breathe in, flatten the spine and out breath, curl the hips up, lengthen the neck. Roll the hips down, drop the hands forward, chin in, and reach for the knees. And let's do one more. Hands to the ceiling, flatten the spine, and curl the hips up. Lengthen that neck. Press the hips up as high as you can. Tummy scooped in. Shoulders open. And curling down. Drop the arms forward. And reach for the knees. Good. And rolling up. Okay, I'm coming back to center here. You can sit up. And I really want to get those neck and shoulders a little bit loosened now. We've really lengthened the neck beautifully for all those exercises. It's mostly the side to side ones I want to work on. Okay, so keeping your shoulders open. And ear to the shoulder. Now, pull the ear down towards the shoulder. Keep the spine lengthened up, tummy muscles in. And then gently stretch this nicely on the side there. And just hold it. Lengthen up the spine, pull that ear down. Make sure you aren't shifting the spine to the midline. And upright. Going over onto the other side. Lengthen up the spine, keep nice and erect, scoop the tummy muscles, shoulders open, and pull that ear down towards the shoulder. There is not a lot of movement side to side, but don't lift that shoulder up. Keep it pulling down as much as you can. Watch that shifting. Back up, over to the other side. We're just doing 3. Make sure you haven't turned the chin towards the right. Keep it centered. Lengthen up that spine. Tummy muscles in. Feel that nice pull around the ears. Good. Maybe I'll listen better today. I'm very good at talking. Listening, not so great. Just lengthen up. Tummy muscles in. And last one over to the other side. Oh, I love the way it pulls around the ear there. That feels great. Shoulders down. Tummy in. Nice pull. And last time to the other side. Good. And up. Okay, we're going to drop that chin to chest. Hands behind the head. Thumbs tucked under the ears. Make a web behind you. Get nice and tall. And then gently chin in. Rounded spine. Keep the head close to the body and just scoop in the tummy muscles and pull the chin to the chest. Rounding the back. Lengthen up and drop that head back. Lift the ribs and the chest. Good. And now we're going to take that head round and you're supporting it and round and round 3 times. And let's take it the other way. Forward. Don't hurt yourself. Support that neck and round. Good. Okay, last one. We're going to turn the head to the left. Using the chin, you know the story. Keep the shoulders open, spine erect, ribs down, tummy in. Pull. Now you're going to get that nice pull here. And other side. And we're just doing one there because we've worked those muscles. And shoulder rolls. Okay, keep that spine erect. And try and just get the shoulders to move. Okay, not the whole body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to take them the other way. Pull round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Bring those arms together. Hook them together. Bring them to the heart. Okay, shall I do that again slowly? All right. Bring the hands together. Keep the left arm still. Take the right hand. Drop the thumb. Hold. And to the chest. Good. Then take the right leg out. The left leg out. And put the right foot on the left knee. Okay, so we're doing a nice good crossover here. And with the foot elevated and the knee pulling, you're opening up the hip. Good. Nice deep breath in. And hold your breath. Lengthen up the spine. And exhale. Good. And again, deep breath in. Hold your breath. And exhale. And last one, lengthen up. Breathe in. Hold the breath. And exhale. Good job. Okay, we're going to change sides. So left foot on the right knee. Men, you know, you can sit on a cushion for this one. I should have mentioned that. Hands tucked under. Lengthen up that spine. Let that knee drop open. Get nice and tall. Shoulders down and open. Chin tucked in. Breathe in. Hold. And exhale. And again, deep breath in. Hold your breath. And exhale. Whew. And last one, deep breath in. And hold. And exhale. Whew. And relax. Alright, shake it out. Keep your legs a little bit open. And we're going to go for a circulation station. So, from the base of your feet, you're going to give them a good slap. Up the legs. Outside of the legs. Inside of the thighs. Outside of the thighs. And bum. Hips. And I'm really thumping, thump, thump, thump. Side of the tummy. And the front of the tummy. Under the ribs. And circulation circle. So we're going to just round the belly a few times. And then right hand over the left shoulder. Press in. And pull across the body. Other side. And across the body. Good. Arms overhead. Stretch that right side. Stretch the left side. Hands to the head. And I want you to really like press in and pull apart. I know this looks funny, but it feels good afterwards. Breathe in. Press the fingers into the scalp and pull apart. Press in and pull. Keep going lower and lower until you get to the neck. Fingers into the neck. Breathe in. And pull down the body. Good. And shake it out. All right. And then we're just going to do the last one, which is the tap on the chest. A good thump. And this is all just going to energize you for the day. It's the last session of the month, which is normally my nice stretch and release. So I've been a bit easy on you today. I think everybody would have managed okay. So good way to finish off a month of June and get ready for July. So just keep thumping around and then wipe down the side of the body and shake out the arms. Good job. All right, we're going into the hands and knees, and we're going to go into your push-up position. So hands and knees, push-up position. Actually, and you go up into your dog stretch. Drop those heels. Back into your push-up position. Bring that left knee down. Turn it inwards. Right arm overhead to stretch over. Good. I'm going to go forward, so you're back into your push-up position. Up into your dog stretch. Drop your heels. Thumbs up. Stretch from the shoulders. Into your push-up position. Bring that right leg in. Turn it inwards. Left arm overhead. And stretching over. Good stretch. And back to push-up position. Thumbs up. And walking the hands back towards the feet. And hang. Bend your knees for me. Give them a good old hug. Drop your head down. And straighten as much as you can. Bend the knees. Get close and lengthen the legs. One more. Bend at the knees. Head down. And stretch. Relax those arms. Curl up for me. I'm going to just turn my camera up a bit. Alright. Now we are standing. Good. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Bring those arms overhead. Reaching up with the right arm and the left arm. And bring the arms down. Again. Reach up. Right arm. Left arm, exhale, and last one, breathe in, stretch that right arm, stretch that left arm, and are you ready to swing? Breathe and swinging, and let's do 6. Deep breath in, swing, 5, up, 4, 3, 4, 2, last one, 1, and up, and take those arms behind you, just give a stretch on the shoulder, and release. Good job. Well done. That is June, done and dusted. I think this is like my 35th video since lockdown or so, so I hope you're with me. I hope you're enjoying it. And if there's any exercises that you like more than others, let me know and I'll add them in. What else? I think that's all. Miss you guys a lot. I think we're going into level 2 at the end of this month, or extended level 3 with allowances, hairdressers and all that. So I'm sure you're looking forward to that. I know that I've spoken to quite a few of you and you are not yet ready to come back to the studio, which I totally understand. But if any of you do want to, I do have a COVID negative test. Whatever that means. So perhaps we just stay away from each other for a while. Anyway, what a life, eh? What a life, 2020. We have to keep our humor. I was on the weekend thinking, I'm just such good friends with my computer. Like, we have this relationship. But I do keep you in mind when I do this, and imagine you in my class, and that gives me a little bit of joie de vie to carry on. So, love you guys, miss you muchly. And as the days start getting longer, I know July is still wintry. Let's have lots of lemon and garlic and ginger and turmeric and all those things that make the body feel good. Love you and have a lovely week. I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay. Message me if you have anything that you need or want or I can help with. Okay. Bye.